straight to English channel. Okay, settle in, because we are diving into one of the most stressful things ever.
Oh,
You're sick, you've got a cold, your head is pounding, you feel awful, and you didn't go to the doctor.
of course not. One assumes you can simply power through it. A classic and often flawed human strategy.
Right, but you can't. And now you're standing in a pharmacy you've never been in before, just staring at hundreds of boxes.
Oh, with very small text and complicated sounding names. A truly intimidating wall of medicine.
Exactly, and the panic starts setting in. It's not about the cold anymore, it's about the words. How do I choose the right one? What if I pick something that makes me super sleepy?
You just want relief.
Yeah.
And you want it now.
Yes. Just like Mark in our story today, he was in that exact situation.
And that, dear listener, is precisely why we're here.
Yes.
Our mission today is to give you the specific, the nuanced English you need to navigate the pharmacy safely.
Because if you get it wrong, you could end up in a real predicament.
A predicament.
A predicament, which is like a really difficult or tricky situation, right?
Precisely. A tricky and potentially dangerous situation. By the end of this deep dive, you're going to feel confident, even when you feel terrible.
Okay, let's do this. So you're going to master 3 key things today. First, the huge difference between prescription and over-the-counter medicine.
Then, how to describe your symptoms correctly. We need to go beyond, I feel bad.
Yes. Like, what's a chesty cough? And finally, understanding the warnings. Dosage and that scary word, drowsy.
So, our friend Mark, feeling absolutely awful, leans on the counter and tells Lisa, the pharmacist, that he needs something for a bad cold.
And before he can even start listing all his problems, Lisa asks the one question that changes everything.
The gatekeeping question.
Do you have a prescription from a doctor?
And this is the first, most critical distinction you need to understand. Mark, of course, did not. So he said he just needed something over the counter.
Okay, let's break that down. These 2 things, prescription and over-the-counter, they can be really confusing.
They can. A prescription is an official note, a directive from a doctor.
So you can't just walk in and buy it.
You absolutely cannot. You need that doctor's permission. Think of things like antibiotics.
Ah, okay. So if I think I need antibiotics, I can't just ask for them. They'll just say no.
They will politely, one hopes, refuse. These are regulated medicines for a reason. They can be dangerous if they're not used correctly.
So what's over-the-counter? Or, OTC?
OTC is everything else. The medicine you can literally take right off the shelves and buy yourself. No doctor's note needed.
Like basic pain relievers or simple cough syrup?
Exactly. And that's what Mark was looking for. But Lisa, the pharmacist, needed more information. A bad cold isn't specific enough.
So she asks, what are your symptoms? And Mark's list is just misery. His nose was totally stuffed up, he had a big headache, and a really nasty cough.
Let's start with the nose. Stuffed up.
I say that all the time. I'm so stuffed up today. It means you can't breathe through your nose, right?
It's the perfect informal way to say it. Everyone understands what a stuffed up nose feels like.
But there's a fancier word, isn't there, for when you're, emailing your boss?
There is. The more medical term is congested.
I'm sorry, I can't come in today. I'm terribly congested.
It does sound a bit more serious, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the medicine you need for that is a decongestant. The word is right there. It decongests you.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so congested nose. You need a decongestant. What about the headache?
Well, for general pain like a headache, most cold medicines will include an analgesic.
An analgesic. Wow. That's a mouthful.
It's simply the technical term for a pain reliever.
So we've got the nose and the head covered, but the cough, that's where it gets really specific.
This is where Lisa's next question is so important. She asks, is it a dry cough or a chesty cough?
And I think a lot of people just freeze right there. A cough is a cough.
But it isn't. The treatment is completely different, which is why the pharmacist has to know. Mark said he had a dry, tickly cough that was keeping him awake.
Okay, so a dry cough, that's the annoying one, right?
Yes.
It's just a tickle in your throat and nothing comes up.
Exactly. No mucus. It's non-productive. For a dry cough, you want a cough suppressant, something to suppress or stop the urge to cough.
And the other one, the chesty one.
A chesty cough, sometimes called a wet cough, is much deeper. You can feel it in your lungs. And it is productive.
Productive, you mean?
It's accompanied by mucus. The less pleasant term is phlegm.
Right. And with that kind of cough, you don't want to stop it. You want to get all that stuff out.
Precisely. For a chesty, wet cough, you need an expectorant. An expectorant helps thin the mucus so you can cough it up and clear your chest.
Wow. Okay. That's a huge deal. If you buy a suppressant when you need an expectorant, you're going to be in trouble.
You'll simply prolong the predicament.
So Lisa finds Mark the perfect thing. cold and flu relief. It's got the decongestant for his nose and the analgesic for his headache. But Mark is smart. He asks about side effects.
A very wise question. And Lisa tells him, yes, this one can make you drowsy.
Drowsy. That word is on so many boxes.
And it doesn't just mean a little tired. Drowsy implies that your ability to think and react is slowed down. It's a safety warning.
Oh, totally. I took a nighttime cold medicine once before I had to drive somewhere. Big mistake. I could barely keep my eyes open. It was actually pretty scary.
A perfect example. The critical point is that you should not drive a car or operate any kind of heavy machinery when you take a drowsy medicine.
So you have to be careful. If you need to work or go to school, you need to look for a box that says non-drowsy.
Or daytime formula. And there's usually a little picture, isn't there?
Yeah, the little picture of a car with a big red line through it.
If you see that crossed out car, it means this medicine is for staying home and sleeping.
Okay, so after the warnings, Lisa gives him the most important part, the instructions.
The dosage.
The dosage, how much to take and when.
She said, take 2 tablets every 4 hours with food.
Very specific. The quantity is 2 tablets. The frequency is every 4 hours. And then comes the safety limit.
Do not take more than 8 in 24 hours.
That phrase, do not exceed, is so important. It just means don't take more than. Right. It's a hard stop. 8 is the max.
It is a critical safety limit, usually to protect your liver from the analgesic. You have to respect that number.
I feel so much better knowing all this. It's like having a secret code for the pharmacy.
It is. And, if you enjoy breaking down these kinds of complex real-life topics into simple, clear English,
You should definitely subscribe to Straight to English.
we make sure you're prepared for these situations.
Okay, so Mark isn't done yet. He's got one more problem. A really, really sore throat.
For that, Lisa suggested some lemon lozenges.
Lozenges. That sounds so fancy. I just call them cough drops.
Cough drops is the more common term, yes.
Ah.
But they are technically lozenges. They're essentially a hard candy with medicine inside.
Then they feel so good on a sore throat.
They do. They're designed to be soothing and sometimes antiseptic. Now, speaking of forms, we've seen a few different kinds of medicine here.
Right. Mark got tablets or, pills, the little hard round things.
Correct. The solid compressed medicine. Then you also have the capsule.
Oh, yeah, the ones that are kind of smooth and oval-shaped with powder inside.
Exactly. They can sometimes be easier to swallow and might dissolve a bit faster.
And then there's my least favorite, the liquid syrup.
Ah, yes.
Ugh, I hate syrup. It's always this super sweet, fake cherry or grape flavor trying to hide how bad the medicine tastes. It's just yuck.
I understand the aversion. However, syrup is often the best option for children or for anyone who has trouble swallowing pills.
I guess. So Mark gets his tablets and his lozenges. The total comes to $18.50. And he walks out. A success.
He does. Let's just quickly recap the key takeaways here. You now understand the huge difference between prescription and OTC.
Got it. And you know how to talk about your cough. A dry cough needs a suppressant.
And a chesty cough needs an expectorant.
And you always, always read the dosage and check for that drowsy warning.
You're now equipped to have a clear, effective conversation with a pharmacist. You can get the right relief safely.
It really is the difference between getting better fast and just staying miserable.
You've avoided the predicament.
So a little question for you to think about. When you get a cold, what's your go-to treatment? Do you reach for the pills? Do you brave the awful syrup?
Or perhaps you just stick to hot tea and honey.
Something to think about. But now you know the English to talk about it.
And if you want to keep learning this kind of essential real-world vocabulary, the solution is quite simple.
Subscribe to Straight to English right now. We break it all down so you're ready for anything. We'll see you next time.